The African Safari. It was the dawn of a new adventure. The soft amber rays of the sun bathed the horizon, painting the African savanna in hues of gold and ochre. I had always dreamed of exploring the vast wilderness of Africa, and this was my chance to step into a world where nature's raw power and beauty reigned supreme. The air was alive with the sounds of chirping birds and the rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze. The anticipation was palpable as our guide, a tall man with a weathered face named Kamau, briefed us about the day's journey. Our safari jeep was loaded with essentials: binoculars, cameras, and a sense of wonder. We set out from the lodge, bouncing over the dusty, uneven terrain. The landscape stretched endlessly, a sea of tall grasses dotted with acacia trees and termite mounds. In the distance, Mount Kilimanjaro stood proud, its snow-capped peak piercing the heavens, a stark contrast to the sun-baked earth below. Our first encounter with wildlife was a herd of zebras grazing lazily under the shade of a baobab tree. Their black and white stripes shimmered in the sunlight, creating an almost hypnotic effect. "Did you know each zebra's stripes are unique, like fingerprints?" Kamau asked, his voice rich with knowledge and pride. I marveled at how nature could be so artistic. As we drove further, we spotted a family of elephants ambling across the plains. The matriarch, a massive creature with tusks that glistened ivory white, led the way. Her calves followed closely, their tiny trunks swaying clumsily. Kamau stopped the jeep, and we watched in hushed awe as the elephants approached a watering hole. The scene was both tranquil and powerful, a reminder of the timeless rhythm of life. The midday sun blazed fiercely, and we sought refuge under the canopy of a lone acacia tree for a picnic lunch. Kamau unpacked sandwiches and cold drinks, but our meal was frequently interrupted by curious vervet monkeys eyeing our food. One particularly bold monkey darted forward, snatching a piece of bread before scampering up the tree, chattering triumphantly. Laughter rippled through our small group. The afternoon brought a change in scenery as we entered a dense thicket. The air grew cooler, and the sounds of the savanna gave way to the rustling of leaves and distant animal calls. Suddenly Kamau motioned for silence. He pointed ahead, where a majestic lioness lay in the shade, her golden eyes scanning the surroundings. Nearby, her cubs frolicked clumsily, their playful antics a stark contrast to her regal demeanor. It was a moment of pure magic, witnessing the queen of the savanna in her element. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky in fiery oranges and purples, we arrived at a hilltop overlooking the plains. Kamau set up a telescope, and we gazed at a pride of lions preparing for their evening hunt. The leader, a massive male with a mane like a blazing crown, stood watchful, his presence commanding respect. In the distance, a herd of wildebeests moved cautiously, their instincts alert to the predators nearby. The safari concluded with a breathtaking view of the sunset. The horizon seemed to stretch infinitely, the golden orb sinking slowly, casting long shadows over the land. We sat in silence, soaking in the beauty and the profound sense of connection to this untamed world. That night, back at the lodge, I reflected on the day's experiences. The African safari was more than just a journey through the wilderness. It was a voyage into the heart of nature's grandeur. The animals, the landscapes, and the stories shared by Kamau painted a vivid tapestry of life in its purest form. I fell asleep to the distant roar of lions, a sound that would forever echo in my memories, a reminder of the wild and wonderful adventure that was Africa.